amazing. It's a dream come true. It's a very special race. Yeah, something I'll remember all my life, definitely.
It's hard to believe that we won it. I mean, it's an incredible feeling, and it's hard to describe it.
It was my first Le Mans, and to win on my debut was something unbelievable.
I never put so much effort in my life, and it's nice to see that this pays off with one of the biggest wins you can get in a racing career. The biggest joy of winning Le Mans was celebrating with the team.
I haven't had time to really sit down and think to myself, wow, you know, I've won the biggest endurance race in the world.
And then I think the biggest moment to realize how special it is when I call my dad and spoke to him, or when I see my mom for the first time after the race and you see how proud they are, you know, that's pretty cool.
People around me are a bit different now, I would say, because now some people are asking me for pictures. I was not used to this.
The trophy's at home back in London. Sometimes I walk in front of it thinking all these very good memories. Yeah, it's very nice.
And now we look for next year for new targets and new missions.
Our Le Mans winners are back at Spa, another legendary circuit for the fifth and penultimate round of the 2021 European Le Mans Series. This weekend could be a title decider, and thrills are guaranteed for the drivers and the fans. After a long period of racing behind closed doors due to the pandemic, spectators are back in the European Le Mans Series. Ferrari has shone in LMGTE this year with 3 488s dominating the championship. The number 55 Spirited Race crew are looking for a big result in Spa, as they're just 6 points behind the number 80 from Iron Lynx, who have the fastest bronze driver in Rino Mastronardi.
We have the possibility to really win this championship because so far the team has done a very good job, and we as a driver as well. So we want to do well here and try to maybe to win it immediately without waiting for the last race, because you know anything can happen. It's better to do it as quickly as possible.
It's been an amazing season for us in the 55 car. We've been on the podium every single weekend, so we've been consistent, strong and fast. Big fight between us and the Iron Lynx car. So far they've maybe had the slight edge, but we're hoping in these last 2 races we can come back at them strong.
At this moment we fight against each other, against Ferrari. So the difference is made by the drivers, obviously, and as a bronze driver I'm one of the quickest, probably the quickest. That's what everybody says, but I'm not the one that can judge if they say the truth or not. For the moment everything is fine.
Mastronardi was my teammate at the 24 Hours of Spa this year and we won. He's a friend, but in this arena he's a little bit my enemy. He's really, really strong. He gives them a little bit of an advantage. But Duncan this year has been amazing, to be totally honest with you. And it's not any one single driver that makes the difference, it's the package.
In LMP3, Cool Racing holds a 13-point lead over DKR Engineering. The two teams have been trading blows all season long, with the first 2 race wins falling to Cool, the other pair to DKR.
The chances are good for us. We've been pushing really hard in the last races, and we are hot for keeping our winning and also pole position serious.
We'll try to finish the championship now and put all we can this weekend and hope to be quiet for the last race in Portimao.
They are driving the wrong car, I have to say. It's a Ligier. I'm obviously, let's say, a fan guy of the Duquesne. I've been racing it since I do LMP3, and for me is the best car.
And the track where there is a lot of top speed, like in Le Mans, sure the Duquesne is faster. But I think we can say to Lawrence that the Ligier can win in Spa and Portimao.
Time now for episode 5 of our ELMS Racing Quiz, featuring in Spa.
United Autosport, I think car number 2.
Iron Lynx.
22 United.
Kessel Racing. I was driving, so I'll remember that one.
I think United Autosports, and it was car number 2.
United. 22?
Should be 16.
16, I would say.
15.
16. 16. 16?
No idea. No idea on that one.
10.
5.
Wait, 25, 18, 15, 10. I would say it's 6.
8. 6 points. 6. I don't know. I have no idea. Apologies to the mascot.
He's a fox, isn't he? I have no idea.
I have no idea. No idea.
No, can't remember.
Rocky or something like that?
To do with the river flowing underneath, I think.
No idea.
Because the river is red because of the stones and stuff like this.
Because there is like red water, like Eau Rouge, near the corner.
Because there is some water going under the Eau Rouge historically.
Red water because of the rocks in the river there make the water look a little bit red because they oxidize. Yeah, it's rusted. It's rusted water.
So we have a home winner in Ugo de Wilde.
Hi guys, I'm an happy winner. See you at Portimao for the final.
In LMP2, Team WRT has been mighty impressive. It's their first full LMP2 season, and so far it's already yielded a win in the Le Mans 24 Hours, and they hold the lead in ELMS. Their main title rivals offered their analysis of the Belgian team's success.
Impressive, not really, because I think it's a really strong team by the past in GT, still very strong team in GTA. I know Vincent Voss very well for a long time. All the WR team is fantastic team, for sure is the team to beat.
It's not so much about being rookies in the championship because some of the staff they have are not rookies in the championship. The car is so good, the Orica as a base car, that it's not a difficult car to make go quick. You have to go into ever more detail, ever more areas of small diminishing returns.
This year WRT have come in and we got to keep pushing them and, you know, hope it just we get back into our winning ways. Sometimes the wind's blowing in the right direction for you and sometimes it's not. It can be a safety car at the wrong time, a full course yellow, weather interruption. Anything that gives you good luck or bad luck is probably as much influence when you've got that level of detail across the top teams.
We have nothing really to lose from this situation. We're behind.
Until the checker flag in Portimao, everything is possible.
We're unbeaten here at Spa. We've got a good record here. The last 5 races in LMP2 over the last 4 years, I think we were unbeaten here. We're hoping that's going to continue again this weekend.
But for their home race here in Spa, WRT is determined not to yield an inch.
A lot of work, you know, a good team, a good car, good drivers, very important, and a little bit of luck. You need that all the time.
We have a strong lineup, we have a competitive car. I have very strong people around me. I have a good staff, a good bunch of people which came from our DTM program from the past, and then some new people who had some LMP2 experience.
We got everything working together. Maybe we did some things a little bit differently than other teams, and but it's the complete package.
We had a strong start of the season. We had the pace from the first race, but the field is very competitive, and we have seen the last 2 races in the LMS. It was not so easy. We have made some mistakes also. We could not reach the win. So it's our job for this weekend. I'm living not too far from the track, and it's a bit part of my garden. So very nice to be here. Now we have, I think, 11 points lead over the 26, and well, we will try to stay out of trouble.
I'm the leader of the leaders, hero of the heroes. When I'm done with you, I'm leaving you a 0. Put me to the test, I'll do what I can. I was born to be the best, so that's what I am. I'm on top of the world where I belong. I'm on top of the world where I belong. You should see the view. The people are smoking, I'm here to save you. I'm the leader of the leaders, hero of the heroes. When I'm done with you, I'm leaving you a 0. Put me to the test, I'll do what I can. I was born to be the best, so that's what I am. I'm on top of the world where I belong. I'm on top of the world where I belong. You should see the view. Run the stage, fight the fight to live another day. And when the time is right, then you be shining bright. You can't be down on life, you gotta find a way. Live your dreams, give your all. And giving a Jenny on who to call. The only one that can get it done. I'm one of one. I do the things that you can't do. The people are smoking, I'm here to save you. I'm the leader of the leaders, hero of the heroes. When I'm done with you, I'm leaving you a 0. Put me to the test, I'll do what I can. I was born to be the best, so that's what I am.
Beautiful conditions here in Spa for round 5 at the 2021 ELMS. Sharma Lacey starting his first race for Cool on pole alongside Phil Hansen for United. Then Robert Kubica, WRT and Patrick Pilet for EDEC Sport on row 2. The lights are out, away we go. Leaders charge down to the first turn. It is 5 wide behind, maybe even 6. Big look up on the inside. There's contact. Oh, lots of contact at La Source. Roman Rusinov facing the wrong way. I think I saw Phil Hansen getting knocked off backwards. Tony Wells, car number 7. There's an Inter-Europol car. Top of the picture, that is Phil Hansen from the front row, off sideways. And a slow recovery for Tony Wells. There's the other Nielsen car in GTE traffic down at the bottom of the track, and Rodrigo Sales, JMW, the black and yellow Ferrari, has made contact. Nielsen's 2 cars both clattered off at the start of the race. It's chaos.
We are under safety car. Yellow flags on boards. We are under safety car.
Eduardo Freitas had no choice there, did he? Cars off in the gravel. That's the 6 Nielsen car. Let's take a look at the replay. Looks like Racing Team Turkey were on board with Sally Jolic. Dives to the inside. Road drops away here. Big lockup. Clatters into Roman Rusinov and hits him a second time. Cars off on the outside. He gets hit from behind.
Drive-through penalty card 34 for causing an incident at T1 at the start of the race.
A penalty for Team Turkey, but very frustrating for title contenders G-Drive. That puts them a long way back. And Roman Rusinov out of the pits, but now out of the race. And that is heartbreak for G-Drive. Maybe their championship over. We are about to go green again. Calm down, everybody.
Safety car in the pits, green lights on, no overtaking before the line.
15 minutes has elapsed. We have had 1 racing corner. Sharma Lacey leads at the restart from Robert Kubica from Team WRT. They're looking for the title here, don't forget. Memo Rojas, Duquesne in 3rd place. Patrick Pilet in 4th for EDEC Sport. Then a little gap back to Julien Canal. Not the best start from the Panis Racing driver ahead of Richard Bradley in the green and white Algarve Pro machine. And some fairly substantial gaps in the field. There's the LMP3 leader Martin Hipper for Inter-Europol, ahead of Rob Weldon of United and Mathieu de Barbois from DKR. Up at Lacombe, Patrick Pilet on the inside goes 3 for 3rd, passes Memo Rojas in the number 30 Duquesne car. In traffic, Matt Campbell in the Proton competition Porsche, the white car. Right behind, car number 80, Iron Lynx, is Rino Mastronardi, last year's champion in GT3 in the Michelin Le Mans Cup, making a fight of it. Looking back from Michael Fassbender, the Proton car in 5th place. Around the outside went Spirit of Race. Down the inside come the Iron Dames, who gets past him. Around the outside, good pass from Duncan Cameron. Michelle Gatting there as well, beside the German-Irish film actor, and goes by. He's determined to learn what he can this season to go racing at Le Mans next year. Michael Fassbender. The Aston Martin leads for TF Sport, Ollie Hancock, but it was Rino Mastronardi who led away at the restart. And this is the pass into Eau Rouge. Brave stuff from both men. LMP3 action, Rob Hodes for Team Virage, behind him Eric Trio for Graffen, diving to the inside, Mattia Passini for Inter-Europol, grabs 10th place. That was a great pass at La Source, really caught Trio completely by surprise there.
Drive-through penalty car 32 for the contact on car 24 at T19.
Battle for the lead in GTE now. Matt Campbell, the Proton competition Porsche, goes the long way round the outside of Ollie Hancock in the Aston, and he manages to find the grip on the curbs. Change for the lead. The Proton competition WeatherTech Porsche leads from the TF Sport Aston, and car number 80, the Iron Lynx car of Rino Mastronardi, is right there as well. 88 hot on their heels. Replay here of Richard Bradley on the inside for Algarve Pro, going by Memo Rojas, the Duquesne car. That's a change for 6. Don't forget, Memo Rojas was 3rd away from the restart. Michelle Gatting and Duncan Cameron. An all-Ferrari battle for 5th. The Iron Lynx car coming up behind. The Iron Dames move up ahead of Spirit of Race. In the Duquesne garage, they are watching their man battling for 7th place, Memo Rojas, with the ultimate car of Jean-Baptiste Lahaye. He's there. Honestly, I told you. There he is. Pulls out of the toe, picks up the slipstream, and around the outside he goes. Classic Spa stuff. Sally Olic, Racing Team Turkey, he is off. That is at Les Combes. Into the exit of the corner and straight off into the gravel. Looks like he's got a major issue. This is now the battle for 3rd in GTE. And on the inside, Francois Perrodo just holding on from the attack of Michel Gatting in the Iron Dames Ferrari. Fantastic stuff.
We are under full course yellow. We're under full course yellow.
Full course yellow. And this might be a chance for some pit stops. Mathieu de Barbois from DKR Engineering. Fuel tyres and no driver change. GT leader Matt Campbell. Now he will hand over to Christian Reed, the Proton Competition team boss. And in the pits as well is the TF Sport Aston out of 2nd place. Robert Kubica stays in, fuel only.
So 37 is still in the pit, Robert, because they did tyre change and driver change, I guess, so you are leading the race.
3, 2, 1, full course yellow removed, full course yellow removed.
Here we go then, back up to racing speed, and those strategic pit stops may well affect the race over the full distance.
No puncture, keep going, no curbs, pressures are very low.
Just reassuring Kubica the car is okay, it just feels horrible. Rob Hodes for Team Virage down at La Source. Through goes the Cool Racing car, but the LMP3 car out of 9th place, spinning away. Oh, and there's trouble at Les Combes.
We are under safety car. We are under safety car.
Spirit of Race, Algarve Pro, both there. What happens here? Oh dear. Michael Benham gets shunted off by RLRM Sports Diego Manchaca. The Mexican driver then trying to rejoin. So where's the Spirit of Race car come into this? So off goes the Algarve Pro machine and the Spirit of Race car completely unsighted. RLRM Sport in the pit lane. And Duncan Cameron, not particularly pleased, I think, with the Mexican driver.
Safety car in the pits, pit entry still closed, pit entry remains closed until all cars cross the line.
Back to green again. And no passing before the start-finish line is the rule as well. So away we go, Robert Kubica leading. Now there's a chance. Julien Canal dives by Alex Coigny for 3rd place. Passes to Cool Racing number 37 machine. The game is on again. So Alexandre Coigny has taken over the number 37 car that started on pole. Jean-Baptiste Lahaye, red and white of Ultima, and René Binder now in the number 30 Duquesne car. They're coming up behind Coigny as well. Really great head of steam from Jean-Baptiste Lahaye up the Kemmel Straight. He pulls out early and Binder follows. Coigny on the inside. He's the gentleman driver in that car, if you like. So playing it cautiously, but the lead battle, Team WRT and EDEX Sport, Patrick Pilet all over the back of Robert Kubica. Kubica looking for his first endurance title. Pilet, his first season racing prototypes, has been a GT racer for so many seasons. Coming up to the bus stop, Rino Mastronardi on the inside of Michel Gatting, Iron Lynx on Iron Lynx, and he squeezes through for 3rd. Mattia Passini makes another dive on the inside to go by Andrew Bentley. The battle for 4th in LMP3 comes to blows. It wasn't as clean.
Drive-through penalty car 1414 for a contact at the exit of T1 with car 3.
LMP3 leader is Mathieu de Barbois in the number 4 machine. That's from DKR Engineering. Second and third places, car numbers 2 and 3. That's United Autosport, the duo. Battle for fourth on the Kemmel Straight. Jean-Baptiste Lahaye weaves left, weaves right. Nico Jamin comes up the inside for United Autosports. The 32 car is through and setting off after Julien Canal in the Panis Racing entry right in front. With the yellow highlights, Claudio Schiavone for Iron Lynx. Inside, Michael Fassbender in the green Proton competition Porsche. He's trying to come a long way round the outside. There wasn't quite enough traction there. A change for sixth, and Fassbender in fact drops 2 spots there. Trying to get the car fired up. And away he will go. Didn't want to give that up, but there just wasn't quite enough grip where he hoped there would be. Rui Andrade chasing Alexandre Coigny. This is G-Drive's surviving car number 25. Up the inside he comes. They're racing in the Pro-Am class. So too Cool Racing's 37 machine. Patrick Pilet chasing through traffic. There is Kubica, turns in as the race leader. Pilet right with him still. And Patrick Pilet really piling the pressure on the Polish driver. He's flashing the headlights at our GTE leading car. Team watching from the pit lane as they prepare for driver stops. Sweeping out wide from Redior. And the LMP3 car, that might be an issue for Kubica. He gets by, but Pilet is there. Kubica makes a long move way over towards the grass, just gently closing the door there. Car 25 for G-Drive, a 30-second stop and go penalty. Oh, it's not G-Drive's day. Edex Sport pit stop. Patrick Pilet strapping in Paul Lafargue. Manuel Maldonado in United, that's car number 32. You saw the Panis driver change as well. Battle for the lead. Rino Mastronardi in the Iron Lynx Ferrari. Christian Ried in the Proton competition Porsche. This is a great battle between 2 of the best gentleman drivers in the class. Christian Ried has been racing here in these Porsches almost for the entire 21st century. Little newer to the game, but it doesn't show. Look at this, almost a whole lap of door handle to door handle. The Ferrari driver trying to grab the lead, and he manages to do so. Fantastic racing in all 3 classes here at Spa. In the WRT lead car is Yifei Ye. Don't forget, the last time Ye was in a WRT car, it stopped on the last lap of Le Mans when he was heading to victory. How tough must that have been? Well, they're in a great position now. There is the Edex Sport car, and the battle will be rejoined.
The first corner was a bit of a mess. I mean, I have a really good start, and I think Hanson, he just totally lost the start. But then it turned. Kubica was inside, I was in the middle, I cannot do anything. And unfortunately, damaged my front splitter. But it was okay, I was still managed to be P3. Then at the stop, we managed to change the nose pretty quickly. And the car was really good.
Driver change at Cool Racing. Nico Lapierre has been inserted. Little replay here of the leaders in traffic. Watch the Edex Sport car and the number 80 Iron Lynx machine. Oh, so close, it even took the mirror off the Ferrari. Battle for 5th and LMP2 coming past the lapped United car, Sergio Campana. Oh, look at James Allen for Panis Racing. He's gone up behind the 22 car. That was nifty. He goes by. And the Ultimate car is right there as well. Cracking action. Robert Kubica watching in the garage. The WRT car coming up behind the 32 United machine. This is now for the lead of the race. Out of sequence with the pit stops. Manuel Maldonado ahead of Yifei Ye, but Ye with a great run through Eau Rouge. And as they pop up onto the Kemmel Straight, traffic in front. Is he going to thread the eye of the needle? He's going to try to. He can't. He goes outside, inside. Oh, that's brave. And the TF Sports Aston's got nowhere to go. And so then has the 32 car got held up That was really confident stuff from Yifei Ye.
Good job, Yifei. You are now leading. No risk. Robert mentioned that rear tires need to be protected.
WRT are looking really on top of their game here at Spa. Pit stop for DKR. Mathieu de Barbois was the leader. Here's the battle for the lead now in LMP3. Niklas Kreutzen on the inside of Sebastian Page. Goes by the Graf Racing driver. Cool Racing out front in P3. Driver change at AF Corsa. Perodo out. Manu Collar being strapped in. James Allen Panis Racing sweeps from the inside to the outside. Up at Les Combes. René Binder trying to hang on the Duquesne car. Lead battle in LMP3. Class is well alight, isn't it? Lawrence Hur took over in the DKR car. Number 4 hunting down Cool Racing's Niklas Kreutzen from the low point by Stavelot all the way up through the fast left-hander at Blanchimont. Lawrence Hur is right there. Hur and this DKR team have been so successful over the last few seasons. Niklas Kreutzen just clinging on, but the gap is coming down and Kreutzen gets a bit of a tail stagger going there. There was almost contact, well handled by both men. Niklas Kreutzen getting into the bus stop just a fraction too fast. Car snapped sideways on him. Top of the hill at Les Combes. And through goes DKR's Lawrence Hur to take the lead in LMP3. From on board, got a great run out of Eau Rouge, and as they popped onto the Kemmel Straight, waves goodbye. Classic. Lead battle in GTE, Sarah Bovey for the Iron Dames, but Manu Collar for AF Corsa, the Chrome car looking to get by. The Iron Lynx car having a really great run here. They're still looking for a win in ELMS. Can't be far away. Pit stop for Yifei Ye. Stays in at WRT. Oh, and trouble. That's Aidan Reed, the Aussie for Inter Europol. What's happened here? Oh, he's gone out very wide and just ripped that left front corner off their P3 car. Tiny errors here in the wrong place are brutally punished. He's popped the door very early. Full course yellow and a pit stop for Lawrence Hur. They're trying to get a free stop here. They're not the only ones. René Binder at Duquesne. He'll hand over to Tristan Gomedy with just over 90 minutes of the race remaining. Oh dear, not the most comfortable stop there. Yifei Ye, the race leader overall and in LMP2. And here are our other class leaders.
Full course yellow removed. Full course yellow removed. Thank you.
Battle for second place in LMP2. James Allen in the Panis Racing car now, right behind Manuel Maldonado. The United Autosports driver back up to speed swiftly. Just crept away, maybe a car length from James Allen as they came out of full course yellow. Let's hope he didn't stop it too early. Duquesne's Tristan Gomedy attacking now. He's right in this battle, goes by James Allen right at the apex there. That was a great opportunistic move, and now he is chasing Maldonado. Plunging down past the old pits. Maldonado the first through Eau Rouge, second, third and fourth all together. And watch James Allen in the Panis Racing car. He got a great run through Eau Rouge. Now as they come up the Kemmel Straight, he pulls out alongside Tristan Gomedy. He gets the slipstream from Manuel Maldonado in the United car. That's just enough to help him creep in front on the grippy line. He goes by for third again. Fantastic wheel-to-wheel racing here for the podium positions. On the Kemmel Straight, up to Les Combes, through goes Nico Lapierre, takes 6 from Paul Lafargue, so Cool Racing continue to recover. Battle for second in GTE, Matteo Cressoni chasing Cooper McNeil. He is the WeatherTech in the Proton competition car. And out of La Source, the run down into Eau Rouge. There's traffic ahead, but not too close to distract McNeil. The distraction comes from the Iron Lynx Ferrari behind. Now, can Cressoni get a good run? That looked like a really nice run. How much does he close? Look at that! He's taken handfuls out of Cooper McNeil. The Proton competition Porsche now really under the gun. But the Ferrari has to make the move before he runs out of steam. Looks to go the long way around the outside. That's the racing line. That's where the grip is. And through he goes. Good move. Sometimes it takes a while to get the move going. Nico Lapierre for Cool Racing still on the attack. This time goes by BHK Motorsports' Marcus Pommer for 5th position. BHK having such a strong race here. And Cool Racing that started from pole position. Nico Lapierre trying to get them back to the front of the field. Sarah Bovy was the race leader in GTE. Now she's in 4th place with Protons. Felipe Lazer behind her, the Brazilian, chasing the Belgian. And there are the Iron Dames watching. Porsche all over the back of the Ferrari, out of Pif Paf, continuing to run down the hill to the low point, through the right-hander at Campus. And the final corner, Cours Paul Frere, not the final corner, the lowest point, what used to be Stavelot, as they start the climb then, the long, power-sapping climb all the way up to the bus stop. Can the Porsche get close? There's Michael Fassbender smiling in the middle of the picture. Felipe Lazer is close. Sarah Bovy, the Belgian driver, at home. Doesn't want to be tucked up round the outside. The Porsche's there. He's got the overlap. She didn't get the door closed. And Felipe Lazer will take the place, or will he? Does Sarah Bovy get the power down enough? She does. She's on the inside. She's got the advantage coming down to La Source. And she will hang on to 4th place for the moment. She's been careful not to make contact, not to force the Porsche out wide. But goodness, he is very close. Pushing, pushing, pushing down the hill past the old pits into Eau Rouge. Wow! Phenomenal stuff. And again in the tow up the Kemmel Straight. This is where they were a lap ago. Fassbender and Richard Leitz watching from the pits as the Porsche attacks, but Sarah Bovy, great job of defence. Tristan Gomedy for Duquesne. Oh, look at that. How close is that? Gomedy doesn't mind a bit of a rub. And as James Allen overcooks it under braking, he takes 3rd place. Here is car number 4, our LMP3 leader, Lawrence Hoare. Mathieu de Barbois started it and made a great job of it. And the Luxembourg team going again really strongly. 32 seconds ahead of Niklas Kreutzen at Cool Racing. Molina in for Cressoni at Iron Lynx.
We are here to have a good result. It's a race for us, so therefore it was a very important move and very fair from the other team to give back the position she gained by leaving the track. So it was very good for us, and at the moment it looks quite okay for a podium position, but it's still 1 hour to go, so everything is possible. It's just flat out. There is no strategy or anything. It's just going flat out until the end. And let's hope Felipe, enjoy the setup, enjoy the track, and will push like hell.
Pit stop for Cool Racing, their LMP3 car number 19. And Matt Bell will take over. Driver change at Iron Dames as well. Sarah Bovy out, Michelle Gatting belting in. Rahel Frey for the end of the race.
Box, Yves, driver change.
So Yves hands over the car as well to Louis Delatraz. No driver change at Duquesne. Fuel, door slam, and a thorough clean of the screen for Tristan Gomedy. Gub van Uitert for United Autosports on the attack here. This is the battle for 2nd behind Tristan Gomedy. Well, we've seen that Gomedy doesn't mind a bit of rubbing and racing to make a pass. He is a tough cookie to defend against as well. Alessio Rivera leading in GTE for AF Corsa in the 88 car. Last year's World Endurance Championship winning machine. In Into the pits, the P3 leader. Final stop for DKR. Lawrence Hur stays in. Door open just to top up the drinks bottle and the fuel tank. Will Stevens for Panis. Up behind Job van Uitert. 65 car coming back into the frame. And United's number 32 machine, their last chance of a podium. They've had a pretty shocking weekend so far, United. Van Uitert doing all he can as they come up to the bus stop, goes early for the inside line and then tries to close the door, realising Will Stevens is coming alongside. Will Stevens outside, inside, that's a solid pass, but does he have enough momentum as you come tightly out of the bus stop there? Really hard to get the power down. Job van Uitert is still there and dives inside at the hairpin, but Will Stevens knew that was coming too and swerves back down inside. He's going to try and box Van Uitert behind the Iron Dames car. Now the Iron Dames are online and that's bad news for Will Stevens. Job van Uitert and Will Stevens door handle to door handle through Eau Rouge. Cutting the corner at turn 4, Rédillon. Can't do that very often or you get a penalty. Van Uitert holds on, but Will Stevens did get the better run there. Van Uitert now trying to come back at him. Will Stevens clinging on to third place. Van Uitert outside again, off track to make the pass. Will Stevens responds on the inside at Les Combes and just eases Job out onto the curbs. This is fantastic wheel-to-wheel racing. And this is one of the great reasons why Spa is an all-time classic circuit, because the racing is so brilliant. Oh, dramatic stuff. Closing stages here at Spa, leading by 8 seconds, but look at the championship standings. If WRT win the race, they win the 2021 title at their first attempt. Replay here of Eau Rouge drama. This is Christophe Cresp. Whoa! It's still a challenge, isn't it? Crashes on the exit in Rédillon. And that brings out a full course yellow. What a shame. In the final 10 minutes, just the car got away from him.
3, 2, 1. Full course yellow removed. Full course yellow removed.
90 seconds remaining. The battle is on. Felipe Lazare in the Proton competition. Porsche. Rahel Frey jumps away really quickly at the restart. This is for third place. A spot on the podium. The Iron Dames sneak back in front. We heard Richard Leeds talking about the fact that they'd given back the place to the green Porsche after a pass on the grass, if you like, going off track to grab the spot, but that was clean and fair. Nobody breathing, it's the final corner. They lost at Le Mans on the last lap, but it'll be victory in Spa for Yifei, Robert Kubica, as Louis Delatraz takes the checkered flag.
You made it, my friend. Universe champion. Great job, Louis. Great management. Yes, guys. Thank you very much. All good job, everyone. You're the best friend and champion. Thank you, really. And to my both teammates, did an amazing job.
The Le Mans win was snatched away, but Robert Kubica has his first major endurance title, and Yifei is the 2021 Asian and European Le Mans Series champion. A third win for WRT this year from Duquesne and Panis. Cool Racing win Pro-Am in fourth. It's a third LMP3 win as well for DKR. Cool Racing, their main title rivals, in second ahead of United's number 2. And our GCE winners, 88 AF Corsa, the Pro-Am winners at Le Mans, ahead of championship leaders Iron Lynx with the 83 car in third.
It's a great moment for all the team, for what they achieved during the year and what they have done also in Le Mans, what happened in Le Mans. It's a great way to snap the championship here at home.
Amazing. I mean, they both did a great job. They gave me the car. I just had to bring it home and save some fuel. I mean, but yeah, it's down to the team first year and first championship. So really thank you to everyone, and I had an amazing year, and we still have one to go.
Panis Racing's James Allen, Julian Canal and Will Stevens take third. Memo Rojas, Rene Binder and Tristan Gomedy, Duquesne's first podium in second. And the new ALMS champions are Yifei, Robert Kubica and Louis Delatraz, the race winners. WRT lift the team's trophy too. G-Drive remains second, but with a DNF in Spa, they will be under pressure from Panis and United in Portimao. And a ticket to Le Mans 2022 is up for grabs. In LMP2 Pro-Am, it was victory for Cool Racing from the overall pole position for Nico Lapierre, Alex Coigny and their new teammate Charles Milesi.
Well, it's fantastic for us because we've been waiting for this Pro-Am victory since the beginning of the season. I think we were really happy to have Charles with us. Big thank you, congrats to the team because they made an amazing job the whole weekend. So we are back on where we want to be and we are really happy.
Only 2 Pro-Am teams finished. Lapierre, Milesi and Coigny on the top step. John Falk, Rui Andrade and Gustavo Menezes from G-Drive in second. G-Drive are the strong leaders with a 24-point advantage before Portimao. Cool Racing their only rivals. A month after winning Pro-Am at Le Mans, the 88 AF Corsa team clinched victory in Spa, their second win of the season.
I had a good fight with Mastronardi and Michel Gatting, who are both really strong drivers. Normally they're much faster than me, so I was really happy to stay in the pack, in the leading pack. And then the boys did a fantastic job. We managed to stay out of trouble. And Spa on a sunny day with some spectators, nothing comes close.
Our winners, Francois Perrodo, Manu Collar and Alessio Rivero. Behind them, Miguel Molina, Rino Mastronardi and Matteo Cressoni. And the Iron Dames, Michel Gatting, Rahel Frey and Sarah Bovy. An all-Ferrari podium and an all-Ferrari title fight. Number 80 remain in the lead for Iron Lynx. AF Corsa and Spirit Race, their only title rivals in Portimao. Spa marked 4 poles and 3 wins in a row for DKR Engineering and Lawrence Hoare, and a second consecutive win for Mathieu de Barbois, his teammate since Monza.
We finished quite ahead of P2 today, I think. The team did an amazing job and an amazing car, and I'm really happy about the result. We are still P2 in the championship, but the fight is on for Portimao, and I'm excited.
Lawrence Hoare and Mathieu de Barbois are joined on the podium by second place Nicola Maulini, Matt Bell and Nicolas Croyton from Cool Racing. And in third, the number 2 United crew, Wayne Boyd, Rob Weldon and Edouard Koope. Their second place means that Cool Racing retain the team's lead, but it is now just 5 points over DKR. The final duel in Portugal will be decisive. Time to look now at the best overtakes. Your first choice, a GTE battle in traffic at Les Combes with Aussie Matt Campbell in the white Proton competition Porsche attacking the Aston Martin driven by Ollie Hancock. Campbell goes the brave way around the outside of Bruxelles. It's all about grip control, rides the curb a little, then takes the inside line down to Speaker's Corner. Your second choice is in LMP2, Yifei in the red and white, Manuel Maldonado in the United Autosports car. The Chinese driver picks up the slipstream on the long Kemmel Straight, goes outside, comes back inside through traffic to make the narrowest of passes. He has to work hard for it though. 3 corners in and finally he is by. The third and final choice again in LMP2 is Will Stevens for Panis. Joop van Uitert on the outside, driven up the curbs, exiting Les Combes, down into Bruxelles, not wanting to lift. Van Uitert tried to sit it out, but Will Stevens has just enough traction. Tiny rub, but he is through and on his way. Head to the ELMS official Facebook page and vote for your favourite. The 2022 European Le Mans Series calendar has just been announced. The pre-season test and round one will be at Le Castellet in April. We return to Imola in Italy in the middle of May for the first time in 6 years. It's been a 9-year absence from the Hungaroring. We'll put that right in July after the break for Le Mans. Then we head to Barcelona in August, return to Spa in September, and the season finale will be October's 4 Hours of Portimao. And that's where we head next month to round out the 2021 ELMS season. The LMP2 Pro-Am, GTE and LMP3 titles are all up to grabs, so don't miss the action.